Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. This season of Bachelor in Paradise is jam-packed with drama. The show has undergone several significant alterations, including filming in Costa Rica instead of Mexico. The tangled connections, however, have not changed. However, some spectators are weary of one contestant's trashy behavior and demand that the loser be removed from the show. Bachelor in Paradise was paused in 2023. Season 9 concluded with multiple engagements, but they were all completed within days of the season finale airing in November. The spin-off was removed off the schedule while it received a major overhaul. Following a series of resignations from behind the scenes, a new showrunner was hired. Season 10's filming location changed from Mexico to Costa Rica. The transfer came with enhanced accommodations for the candidates, including private air-conditioned rooms and a private beach. One of the most significant modifications was the introduction of the Golden Bachelor and Golden Bachelorette competitors. Most fans have no issues with the Golden Men, but the male contenders from the younger generation leave a lot to be desired. Fans have labeled three male finalists as problematic: Dale Moss, Jeremy Simon, and Brian Otts. Dale and Jeremy are lying to their existing partners. Brian's pressure on Parisa shifted during their recent overnight stay in the VIP suite made several viewers uncomfortable. Dale Moss told the men that he wanted to go on a date with another woman from the show to make Kat sweat. Kat ultimately found out, but when she confronted Dale, he denied ever saying that. Of course, watchers at home know Dale said that, but Kat is still unaware. Meanwhile, Bailey Brown and Jeremy Simon have grown closer as neither has any other alternatives on the beach. However, Jeremy continues to hold a candle for Susie Evans. They went on one date when she arrived at the beach, but he then handed Bailey his rose. Susie departed the show after rejecting Justin Glaze's rose. She denied Jeremy's request to return to the show. Bailey is unaware of the phone call or that Jeremy has still hung up on Susie. Bachelor in Paradise fans are disgusted by Jeremy's behavior and want him removed from the show. Bachelor in Paradise had always thrived on chaos, love triangles, steamy beachside dates, and the occasional explosive rose ceremony. But nothing had prepared Bachelor Nation for the radical changes introduced in Season 10. After a brief hiatus in 2024, the franchise returned with a vengeance. Gone were the familiar shores of Sayulita, Mexico. The cast now found themselves swept away into the tropical wilds of Costa Rica. But while the lush rainforest and private villas offered a much-needed refresh to the visuals, the behavior of some contestants, particularly the younger male finalists, was anything but revitalizing. When filming resumed, the franchise had already endured a storm of behind-the-scenes controversy. Season 9 had ended disastrously. Though the finale had teased multiple engagements, not a single couple remained together by the time that after the final Rose special aired. Ratings tanked. Fan discontent soared. And then, amid a swirling storm of social media backlash, several key producers and executives resigned. The production freeze gave ABC time to reimagine the series. The new showrunner, television veteran Claudia Wren, promised a more grounded approach, more intentionality, more heart, and fewer Instagram-minded storylines. And at first, things did look promising. For the first time, Bachelor in Paradise integrated contestants from the Golden Bachelor and the Golden Bachelorette into the core cast. The Golden alums added maturity and gravitas to the usually youth-driven escapades. April Kirkwood, now a fan favorite at 67, had already shaken up the beach by handing her rose to 28-year-old Jonathan Johnson, baffling the entire cast and audience. Meanwhile, golden-hearted contestants like Edith Aguirre and Joan Vassos provided emotional support and solid advice to the younger cast, offering a refreshing counterbalance to the typical drama. But despite these shining beacons, the usual suspects, young, cocky, manipulative, began wreaking havoc almost as soon as the cameras started rolling. Three names stood out as particularly polarizing: Dale Moss, Jeremy Simon, and Brian Otts. Dale Moss was no stranger to controversy. Known best for his whirlwind 12-day engagement to Claire Crawley on The Bachelorette, Dale had since attempted to rebrand himself as a lifestyle influencer and wellness guru. When he arrived in Costa Rica, he wasted no time attaching himself to Kat Izzo. The chemistry was instantaneous, at least on the surface. But viewers soon saw a darker side to Dale. Behind closed doors, he spoke candidly to the other men about his desire to play the field and manipulate Kat's emotions. In one now infamous moment, caught clearly on camera but never shown to Kat, Dale told Jeremy and Brian that he planned to ask another woman on a date just to make Kat sweat. The smirk on his face as he delivered the line sent ripples of disgust across Bachelor Nation. Kat, for her part, sensed something was off. When she eventually confronted Dale about the rumors she'd heard, likely whispered to her by one of the Golden Women, he flat out denied ever saying such a thing. "Babe, you know me. I would never do that." "People twist things," Dale said, feigning offense. He wrapped his arms around her waist, gazing into her eyes with feigned sincerity. "You're the only woman I want here." It was enough to placate Kat, for now. Then there was Jeremy Simon, a tech entrepreneur with a sharp jawline and a sharper tongue. Jeremy had made a strong early impression on Susie Evans, the beloved runner-up from Clayton Echard's season. They went on one dreamy date, waterfalls, horseback riding, and whispered laughs beneath a jungle canopy. But Jeremy, ever the strategist, handed his rose to Bailey Brown instead. His excuse, "I didn't think Susie was emotionally available." In truth, Jeremy was hedging his bets, and Bachelor Nation saw right through it. Bailey, sweet and ever hopeful, accepted Jeremy's rose without knowing the full story. She didn't know that Susie had turned down a rose from Justin Glaze and had then rejected Jeremy's desperate off-camera plea to return to the show. Susie's exit was graceful and mature, she didn't want to waste anyone's time. But Jeremy's behavior turned even uglier when he placed a secret call to a producer, asking if there was any way to bring Susie back for one last conversation. When the answer was no, he returned to Bailey's side and pretended nothing had ever happened. That duplicity left fans disgusted. Meanwhile, Brian Otts, a relative newcomer to the franchise, was quickly becoming one of the most controversial contestants of the season. At first, Brian seemed like a solid pick, handsome, affable, seemingly sincere. But his behavior in the VIP suite with Parisa Shifta sparked widespread outrage. Parisa, a dignified and intelligent contestant from a previous season of The Bachelorette, had hesitantly agreed to an overnight stay after a week of steady dating. But their VIP suite date turned uncomfortable. Brian pushed for intimacy in a way that felt aggressive and coercive. Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe my channel and do not miss any update.